Hello there. Welcome to our video on anchor texts and link building. If you don't know what anchor texts are, or what Google thinks about them, don't worry, because I'm here to explain it to you in the simplest way. Anchor texts, also known as link text, is the visible text of a link. This text tells people and Google something about the page you're linking to, and it can't be simpler than that. But here's the thing. There are several types of anchor texts. Some are more effective than others, and some can even hurt your rankings if you overuse them. Google says, good anchor text is descriptive, reasonably concise, and relevant to the page that it's on, and to the page that it links to. It provides context for the link and sets the expectations for the readers. The better your anchor text, the easier it is for people to navigate your site and for Google to understand what the page you're linking to is about. Here are the types of anchor texts and Google's thoughts on each so you can secure your strategies. Branded anchor texts. If you want to get more eyeballs on your website, you might want to try branded anchor texts. These are the ones that include your brand name. They don't just give you a sweet backlink. They also make you look more trustworthy, authoritative, and visible. While Google doesn't have a clear rule about branded anchor texts, it does want you to use natural anchor texts that match the backlink. So use branded anchor texts if they make sense, but don't go crazy with them. That's stuffing, and Google hates that more than a turkey on Thanksgiving. Next on the list, naked links as anchor texts. A naked link is a great way to share a website without any fluff because it's just the URL, plain and simple. You can use them on social media or when you want to simply shout out the source. And the best part about naked links is that they're organic and natural, just like swimming in your birthday suit. Now, according to Mueller, the issue with a naked link is that a simple URL doesn't give context to the linked page. While the content surrounding the naked link might give some context, it still doesn't clarify what the linked page contains. But naked links are not a big no-no. It's fine using them in places where you don't need a lot of context, like a social media post. Now, you wouldn't want it in the middle of an article where your perfect prose suddenly goes https://www.example.com/ you see what I mean. It's bad aesthetics. Next up, we have exact match anchor texts. These anchor texts are an exact match to the target keyword or phrase that you want to rank for. It's a very common approach to surface on the SERPs, and it works for users because they know exactly what the linked page is about. The Penguin update had a clever trick up its sleeve. It could now spot when websites were trying to use exact keyword anchor text to cheat their way to the top of results. The update gave these websites the cold shoulder and pushed them down the ranks for being spammy. Microsite Masters studied this and found that websites that had over 65% of matching anchor texts were heavily penalized. While Google doesn't specify the use of exact match anchor texts, they're not dumb. They know when you're trying to trick them with the same words over and over and over again. So if you want to use exact match anchor texts, be cool about it. Make sure it looks natural and is actually helpful to the people who click on it. The next type of anchor text is partially matching keywords. Latent semantic indexing, or LSI keywords, are your way of being smart with your anchor texts. They're like the cousins of your main keywords that add a bit of flavor and variety. LSI keywords help Google understand your topic better, and it makes you sound less like a robot and more like a human. Back in 2013, Google changed the game with the Hummingbird algorithm, focusing on the user intent of keywords when supplying results. This was a blow to the keyword stuffers, and it made marketers have to be more creative. So using LSI keywords is a good idea. They're all natural and contextually rich. But don't get too excited and start stuffing your content like you're at a buffet. That'll make Google angry and you could upset your rankings. Next up are generic anchor texts. And they're just that, generic. Something boring like, click here, read this, learn more. Google doesn't supply an exact definition, but it does show this in their article. The problem they have with generic anchor texts is that they don't give any hint to the user on what to expect. But that doesn't mean you have to completely disregard them. Google recommends having a variety of anchor texts, including generic anchor texts, because they all contribute to a more balanced and natural link profile. And last but not least, using an image as an anchor text. These anchor thingamabobs are very much a practice. It's when a select image on a website is clickable and it redirects the user towards the link set on it. Well, Google does like media. In fact, they encourage media. However, to use images as anchor thingamabobs, you do need to ensure that you have a good alt text for the image. Google recognizes the alt text as the anchor text for the anchor thingamabob. So it is a yes to images. And that is what anchor texts are all about and what Google thinks about them. Google's pretty much okay using any type of anchor text as long as they are diverse and natural. Comment down below, tell us what you think, make sure you're subscribed, and hey, give us a like because, you know, we're pretty cool. Cut.
You are a real beak breaker.
And smell the fart acting, you know, like this.
While Google doesn't is they do